Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're going to be tackling a question that we know is on a lot of homeowners' minds. And that is, how can you sell your house quickly and easily for cash? And to really illustrate how this works, we're going to zoom in on the market in Willis, Texas, using insights from sellthathouse2me.com. Our goal in this deep dive is to give you a clear picture of how this whole process works, what are the benefits, and why it could be the ideal solution for you, with Willis as a real-world example. And hey, if you're a homeowner anywhere in the country and the thought of a fast, fair cash offer for your house has ever crossed your mind, be sure to visit sellthathouse2me.com right now.
I am so ready to jump into this. Willis is a fascinating area to look at, and I think it's going to give listeners a really good picture of what selling for cash can look like.
All right, so let's get started by kind of painting a picture of Willis, Texas. For those of you who maybe aren't familiar with it, can you give us a sense of the town and its character?
Willis is a really cool town. It's in Montgomery County, and it has a history going back over 150 years, really tied to the lumber and the agriculture industries. Today, it's got this more relaxed pace of life, but it's still really convenient to the Houston metropolitan area, so you get kind of the best of both worlds. And of course, you can't talk about Willis without talking about Lake Conroe. It's right there. Really shapes the lifestyle of the town. And of course, it shapes the real estate market. And, for homeowners in Willis who are thinking about selling, especially if they need to do it quickly, that house to me offers a really interesting option. We can help them turn that property into cash, and we can do it fast.
That Lake Conroe connection definitely sounds appealing. So let's dive into the Willis real estate market itself. What are some of the key characteristics that you're seeing?
Well, the Willis real estate market.
Yes.
It's got this unique flavor, You've got that rural charm, but you've also got the draw of this beautiful lake. It's a really cool mix. If we're looking at early 2025 trends, the median home price is sitting right around $375,000. And a house typically spends somewhere between 55 and 75 days on the market. Now, that proximity to Lake Conroe, it's a huge plus. It brings in a lot of people who are looking for, weekend getaways or a place to retire. But that doesn't always mean that the sales are super fast. Sometimes the market can be a little slow. And for some homeowners, that's just not what they're looking for.
Right, and that is where Sell That House to Me really shines. When time is of the essence. We provide those straightforward cash offers right here in the Willis market. And it's just this different path for sellers who need to move quickly, and they want that guaranteed outcome. Are there specific neighborhoods or areas within Willis that you think our listeners might recognize, or that have maybe some interesting dynamics going on?
Oh, absolutely. So within Willis and the surrounding areas, you've got places like Seven Coves, known for its lake access and its really strong community. Then there's Texas National, which is a popular spot for retirees, looking for that peace and quiet. And of course, you can't forget Lake Conroe Hills, where that waterfront lifestyle is king. So whether it's a cabin right by those fishing docks on Lake Conroe, or a cozy home nestled in the shade of Lewis Park, or a place close to the excitement of Willis Wildcat Fields. These are all places where homeowners might be thinking about selling, and no matter where they are in Willis, Sell That House to Me is ready to make them a fair cash offer.
Oh, I can just picture those places. So we've got a good feel for Willis now. Let's talk about what we do. How does selling for cash actually work? When someone in Willis connects with Sell That House to Me.
Our goal is to make selling your house as simple and efficient as possible. We want to take the stress out of it. And we actually purchase properties across the entire U.S., which means we can provide a streamlined solution for anyone looking to sell their home fast. And one of the best parts is that we give you a cash offer based on your property's current condition.
So let's break down the real benefits here. For a homeowner in Willis, who chooses to go this route?
The benefits are huge, especially if you need to move quickly. First off, you don't have to do any repairs or renovations. We buy your house as is. Second, you don't have to pay any realtor commissions, which can be a lot of money. Third, we cover the closing costs. And maybe most importantly, we can close super fast. In some cases, as little as 7 days.
7 days, that's incredible. In what kind of situations do you find that homeowners in Willis or the surrounding areas benefit the most?
We work with people from all walks of life. But we often see folks who are going through, foreclosure, or maybe a separation or divorce. Some people need to relocate quickly for a job, and others just want a hassle-free sale. They don't want to deal with listing their house, or open houses, or any of that. It can be a real relief to just get a cash offer and move on.
So if someone in Willis decides that Sell That House to Me is the right choice, what are the steps involved?
It all starts with reaching out to us. You can visit our website or give us a call. From there, we just need some basic information about your property. And then our team will do a quick analysis. Sometimes that means we'll do a walkthrough. Other times we can get started with just a good description. After that, we'll present you with a cash offer. No obligations, of course. This offer takes into account the condition of your house and the current market in Willis. And one of the best things is that there's no back and forth negotiation. If you like the offer, we can move forward. We handle all the paperwork. And you get your cash quickly and securely.
It sounds so streamlined. And you mentioned earlier that sell that house to me doesn't just work in Willis, right?
That's right. We are focused on Willis today. But we buy homes all over the region. We work in places like Montgomery, which has that lovely lake setting, and Conroe, which is growing so fast, and even the Woodlands, which is a bit more upscale, and beyond. We're talking Huntsville, New Waverly, Panorama Village, even Coldspring. So if you're listening and you're near Willis and you need to sell fast, just know that we can help.
I love hearing about all the areas you cover, but while we can talk about the process, I think it always means more to hear from people who have actually used the service.
Yeah.
Do we have any testimonials from homeowners in the Willis area?
Oh, we do. We've been lucky enough to help a lot of homeowners in Willis move on to their next chapters. For example, we worked with Tim P. from Seven Coves, and he said, "My Seven Coves cabin was more trouble than it was worth. Sell that house to me offered me a cash price quickly, and we closed before the next fish fry. Couldn't have been easier." It really shows you how quick and easy it can be.
That's fantastic. Do you have another one?
Let me see. Oh, yeah. Ruth S. from Texas National, she told us. "After I retired, Texas National just felt too far out. Sell the house to me made the sale so smooth. I had cash in my account in 7 days. It was such a relief to have that property off my hands. You know, that really speaks to life transitions and how we can help make things easier."
I love that story. What's another one that stands out?
Ooh, this one's good. This is Carl T. from Lake Conroe Hills, and he said, "My property in Lake Conroe Hills flooded again. I was so frustrated. But Sell that house to me took it as is. Water damage and all. I had cash in hand in no time. No more repairs, no more lake. It's a good example of how we can help, even when things are tough."
These stories really show
Mm-hmm.
how powerful selling for cash can be. And, I bet some of our listeners have some questions. Did we prepare for that?
We sure did. We get a lot of the same questions, so we've got some answers ready to go.
Well, what's the most common question?
The number one question we get is, how fast can I sell my house in Willis? And that makes sense. People need to know the timeline. And like we said, we aim to make an offer within 24 hours. And we can often close in as little as 7 days. Another big concern is the price. People want to know that they're getting a fair deal. And we can assure you that our offers are based on the Willis market. We do our research.
What about repairs? That seems like a big one for a lot of sellers.
You're right. People always ask, do I need to fix up my house before I sell? And the answer with Sell that house to me is simple. No, we buy homes as is, even if it needs a lot of work. No need to stress about that.
What about foreclosures? That's a tough situation for people to be in.
It really is. And if you're facing a foreclosure in Willis, we can often help. We can provide a solution that gets you out before things get worse.
I'm glad we can offer that.
Yeah.
What if someone inherits a house? That can be a complicated situation too, right?
It can be emotionally challenging and logistically challenging, especially if it's a property that you don't have a connection to, or maybe it's too far away. We can help you sell it fast, get the cash, and avoid all the headaches of a traditional sale.
What about life changes? Like divorce or relocation?
Those come up a lot if you're going through a divorce in Willis. We can help you sell your house quickly and discreetly so you can move on. And if you need to relocate, maybe for a job in Conroe, we can buy your house before you even move, making the whole process a lot smoother.
You really do help people in so many different situations.
We try our best. We know that selling a house can be stressful, and we want to make it as easy as possible.
Hey, for those of you listening who are thinking about selling, whether you're in Willis or anywhere in the U.S., remember you can get a fast and fair cash offer by visiting sellthathouse2me.com.
Exactly. We take the hassle out of selling. We're transparent, we're efficient, and we get you your money fast.
All right, so to wrap things up, we've taken a deep dive into selling your home for cash. We've focused on the Willis, Texas market, and we've seen how sellthathouse2me.com can make the process incredibly easy. And in a market like Willis, where traditional sales can drag on, this can be a game changer.
Absolutely. And let's not forget the advantages. No repairs, no commissions, no closing costs, and a super fast closing. For someone facing a tough situation or just wanting a simple sale, this can be a lifesaver.
So if you're ready to explore this option, whether you're in Willis or anywhere else, take the next step. Visit sellthathouse2me.com and see just how easy it can be.
It's all about peace of mind. Life can be unpredictable, and knowing you have this option to sell your house quickly can make all the difference.